Tip number 1, never take instruction from someone who can't get you to where it is you want to go. I had an experience recently with an individual, came to a meeting. She was great. She was excited. She saw it. She got the vision of what we're about. And then, as all too often happens, took advice from someone who couldn't take her anywhere, quite frankly, let alone where she wanted to go. And because of the pre-existing relationship, that advice was listened to, opportunity lost, and a person who needed to be here, deserved to be here, initially wanted to be here, ends up not being here. But that's also true in general for us. So as someone who's presenting, as someone who's inviting, keep that in mind. Remind folks that life's a messy business, and when they leave this cocoon of positiveness and positive assumptiveness and moving forward, they're going to come up against people from, quite literally, X-ray people at the airport to well-informed or well-intentioned family members to that person in the cubicle opposite you, all of whom have an opinion, all of whom weren't here in the moment, getting the full scoop, the full information, and the full vibe, and so therefore are going to give you some contrary advice. Likewise, for you and I, who are you taking your mentorship, your leadership, your instruction from? Who are you hanging around the hoop with? Can they help you get to where it is you want to go and where it is you've stated you want to go? If not, may I suggest, reset. Not in some disregard that person, but in some let's change the weighting we give to their input. With all due respect to the prospects that look to join us, family members that weren't at the meeting, family members, medical professionals even, that haven't reviewed the material, haven't gone through the rigorous process of kicking the tires and finding out who we are, and rather are relying on all those rumors and innuendo and sometimes true stories as to how this industry operates and tarring us with that brush, that's not helpful to them. Doesn't help them make a good and wise decision. Keep that in mind as you invite prospects without tearing down their well-intended friends and family. Let them know that contrary opinion is going to be there. Come back to the data. Come back to what it was they decided in this context. Or at the very least, come back and let's talk about some of the negative consequences you're hearing before you lock in on that and that direction. We're not trying to hide. We're not trying to shield. We're not trying to disinvite people from making a rigorous inspection of us. In fact, we invite that. Every time I've done that and invited people to do so, and they've done so, their commitment to join us has increased. What we are trying to do is frame where people get their advice from, that the people are appropriately informed, appropriately motivated, and can help them get to where it is they want to go, not just be a bringer-downer of mood and direction. That's for your prospects. But ponder that same thing for you. Who do you spend the most time with? Who are you taking your emotional vibe from? Who are you taking your strategic and emotional and directional heading from? Who's counseling you? Have they been there? Are they there? Do they know what they're talking about? Can they add value to your life aligned with where you want to go? If so, hallelujah, great. I assume by watching this video, you're somewhat aligned with where we're going. If not, maybe it's time to reassess who you receive your instruction, your mentorship, your emotional cues from, and maybe reset that just a little bit. So for your prospects and for you, consider carefully who you take instruction from and can they help you get where it is you've said you want to go.